Wake up. Welcome back to our channel. Have you ever wondered how certain politicians seem to thrive in the cutthroat world of politics, almost as if they're playing by different rules? In today's video, we're diving into how psychopathic traits can help some individuals win elections and rise to power. You won't believe how these traits can influence political outcomes. If you enjoy content that challenges your perspective, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. So let's get started. Psychopathy is a complex and often misunderstood personality disorder that significantly impacts both individuals and society. It's characterized by a unique set of emotional, interpersonal, and behavioral traits, making those who possess them particularly effective in high-stakes environments like politics. At its core, psychopathy involves a persistent pattern of antisocial behavior, a lack of empathy, boldness, and manipulativeness. Unlike the common portrayal of psychopaths as violent criminals, many psychopaths function successfully in society, especially in roles that reward risk-taking, charm, and strategic thinking. One of the hallmark traits of psychopathy is superficial charm. Psychopaths are exceptionally charismatic, often winning people over with their confidence and likability. This charm is not just about being friendly, it's a calculated tactic to manipulate others. In the political arena, this charm translates into attracting large followings and inspiring loyalty, crucial elements for any successful campaign. Grandiosity is another key trait. Psychopaths have an inflated sense of self-worth and a grandiose view of their abilities. This can be particularly advantageous in politics, where self-confidence and a strong personal brand are essential. Psychopathic politicians present themselves as the only viable option for leadership, convincing the electorate of their unique capabilities. Their bold actions and decisions further reinforce their image as decisive leaders, even if these actions are ethically questionable. Manipulativeness and deceitfulness are central to psychopathy. They use propaganda, half-truths, and outright lies to achieve their goals, often without remorse. This lack of guilt allows them to engage in behavior that would be unthinkable for others, giving them a significant edge in the cutthroat world of politics. A lack of empathy is perhaps the most defining characteristic of psychopathy. Psychopaths are unable to understand or share the feelings of others. This allows them to make hard decisions without being swayed by emotional considerations, a trait that can be perceived as strength and resolve by voters. Their ruthlessness in decision-making can be advantageous in politics, where tough decisions are often necessary. To illustrate these traits, let's look at some historical and contemporary examples. Richard Nixon, the 37th President of the United States, exhibited many psychopathic traits. His presidency was marked by deceit and manipulation, culminating in the Watergate scandal. Despite his unethical behavior, Nixon won 2 presidential elections, demonstrating how psychopathic traits can lead to political success. Silvio Berlusconi, the former Prime Minister of Italy, is another example. Berlusconi's political career was marred by numerous scandals, including allegations of corruption and tax fraud. His charm and media savvy allowed him to maintain significant political influence. Berlusconi's ability to manipulate public opinion and navigate legal troubles showcases the effectiveness of psychopathic traits in politics. Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, exhibits traits such as ruthlessness and manipulativeness. Putin's tenure has seen a consolidation of power and suppression of dissent. Despite allegations of human rights abuses and corruption, his projection of strength and decisiveness has kept him in power for over 2 decades. In today's media-driven world, the ability to manipulate public perception is crucial for political success. Psychopathic politicians are often skilled at using the media to their advantage. They know how to craft a compelling public persona, use social media effectively, and spin negative coverage into a positive narrative. Their charm and charisma make them media darlings, often attracting extensive coverage and building a strong public presence. They use this platform to reinforce their image and control the narrative. By remaining unfazed by criticism and scandal, they can navigate media scrutiny more effectively than their non-psychopathic counterparts. Their ability to manipulate public perception allows them to maintain support even in the face of controversy. In the context of the 2024 elections, it's crucial to understand how psychopathic traits can influence political outcomes. Candidates with these traits may use their manipulative skills to shape public perception, sway undecided voters, and dominate the media landscape. For example, consider the debates and campaign rallies leading up to the 2024 election. Pay attention to how candidates present themselves, their use of rhetoric, and their ability to evoke emotional responses. By critically analyzing these behaviors, voters can better understand the underlying tactics and question the authenticity of the messages being conveyed. Furthermore, the 2024 election is occurring in a highly polarized environment, making it easier for psychopathic politicians to exploit divisions and reinforce their power. As voters, being aware of these tactics can help us critically evaluate the candidates and their platforms, ensuring that our choices are informed and not unduly influenced by manipulative strategies. In a time when misinformation and emotional manipulation are rampant, it is more important than ever to stay vigilant. The presence of psychopaths in political leadership poses significant challenges for democratic societies. Psychopathic politicians prioritize their own interests over those of the public. Their manipulative tactics can undermine democratic institutions and processes, eroding public trust in government. Additionally, their lack of empathy and moral considerations can result in decisions that exacerbate social inequalities and injustices. Psychopaths are skilled at presenting a facade of competence and integrity while engaging in unethical or illegal activities behind the scenes. When their actions are eventually exposed, it can lead to widespread disillusionment among the electorate. Scandals involving corruption, abuse of power, and deceit can make citizens cynical about the political process and distrustful of all political leaders, not just the ones directly involved. Psychopathic politicians often manipulate democratic processes to maintain and consolidate their power. They may engage in gerrymandering, voter suppression, and other tactics that undermine the fairness of elections. By controlling the narrative through propaganda and media manipulation, they can create an environment where dissent is stifled and opposition is marginalized. This manipulation of democratic processes can lead to an erosion of democratic norms and principles, making it harder for true democratic governance to function effectively. The lack of empathy characteristic of psychopathy means that psychopathic leaders are less likely to consider the social impact of their policies. They may implement austerity measures, cut social programs, and prioritize the interests of the wealthy and powerful over those of the general populace. These decisions can exacerbate social inequalities, leading to increased poverty, reduced access to essential services, and a greater divide between the rich and the poor. For example, a psychopathic leader might cut funding for healthcare and education while providing tax breaks to large corporations and wealthy individuals. Such policies can lead to a decrease in the overall quality of life for the majority of citizens while concentrating wealth and power in the hands of a few. The resulting social unrest and dissatisfaction can further destabilize the political environment, creating a vicious cycle of inequality and conflict. The long-term presence of psychopathic leaders can cause significant damage to democratic institutions. Institutions such as the judiciary, the press, and civil society organizations play a crucial role in holding leaders accountable and ensuring the rule of law. Psychopathic politicians may seek to undermine these institutions by appointing loyalists to key positions, attacking the credibility of independent media, and weakening the legal framework that protects democratic rights. Over time, this erosion of institutional checks and balances can lead to a concentration of power in the hands of a few, effectively turning a democracy into an autocracy. The resulting lack of accountability and transparency can lead to increased corruption, inefficiency, and a decline in the overall quality of governance. If you found these insights valuable, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more content on navigating the complexities of obscure minds. Do you think these traits are visible in any current political figures? Drop a comment below sharing your thoughts. Until next time, take care and stay strong.